Hello and welcome. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. We are, well, I've said this many times. We're in the end game, but I think we're in the end game of the end game, possibly of the end game, but we're not sure, as always, as it goes in Blueprints. Last time, I was pretty proud of myself. We got to the vault with key number 8 for the family crest, unlocked the vault, got the puzzle and cipher, and I got it at a glance. I'm not going to say it was necessarily the toughest puzzle or the most obfuscated. It sort of made sense that, okay, you use numeric cores to get to that vault, therefore you would probably use numeric cores for the thing in the vault. But I was really proud that I was able to at a glance say, okay, we're going to be taking the letters as numbers, we're going to be using numeric cores, and then I made a nice little Excel spreadsheet that just plunk, 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 plug in the numbers, and it shows me all 6 possible iterations for the calculations. I see which one is the lowest, and I plug it in, and I had the whole thing done in under 15 minutes, and it was great. Still water tints blank books. Knew that blank books were in the library, or we're pretty sure, and found it quite quickly. And then still water. That's why there's no waterbending allowed today, because the water must stay still, unbent. And still water is a mildly scientific concept of there's not a universal standard on when it becomes still water. It is when it is still enough, there is no bubbles, there is no movement. And that I know from my blue notes that the reservoir is not still water, that is constantly filtered from nearby lakes. We know that if it comes out of the faucet, it isn't still water. And I took that initial assumption as anything from plumbing isn't still water, because if it's coming through the plumbing, it's coming from the reservoir, therefore not still water. That still water or filtered water, non-still water, you can't just put it in a bowl for an hour and say, it's still water now. But I think that's what the game is considering. I checked the puddle in the shrine, which I think should have counted as still water, and I couldn't use it. And there are precious few other sources of water. But I have another guess. I've not said it aloud, but I have a guess of what I need to do to get to my still water. And what we're going to need to do here on day number 80. Ooh, 8. Hey! An auspicious number. Well, 88 is going to be the big one of the day of days here in Blueprints. But we did also have the Blessing of the Monk, and I left room 46 as our outer room. Just out of curiosity to see if that does anything silly. I'm not expecting it to, but we'll find out. I'm going to take the scepter in a minute. But we also found out the well is not still water. I felt the well should have been potentially still water. I was a little disappointed that didn't count. Yeah, we have a key because we used the clock tower. I thought we had at least one other, but maybe not. I don't want to take the tomb, but I just need to take room 46 and see what that does. Interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, this is very interesting. This is different because we don't have the crown of the Blue Prince here. We've read this because this is the deed that's normally here. Does that mean that this is different now? I have the order written down here. 8 realms. Here we are. Oop, did not mean to do that. Here we are. All right. It is India, Raja, Arch, Morajai. Vera is here. I believe. And it was Corica, Nuance, and then Arch, right? Nope. Am I mixing two of these up then? Because this was more Jai. Probably just mixing up the map. Where'd it go? Map is here because that's big one's Corica. That's Corjai, Morjai, Vera, Nuance. Where'd it go? Morjai, Vera, Corica, Nuance? What? Huh? Am I messing this up? Or does this not work here? Because it's not powered. I know that's 1 and 8. Corica is the big one. Vera is the blob. Morjai is thingy. Nuance is the neighbor. India, Raja, Arch, Morjai, Vera, Corica, Nuance. Is this just not supposed to work here? Hey, Louie. Can someone confirm, does this not operate when it's in the outer room because it's unpowered? I want to make sure that I'm not somehow messing up my own notes. Oh, whoopsies. Thank you. I was speaking the correct ones and I put the wrong pins. There we go. All right, so this is interesting because this was already known. We'd already gotten this. This is not new. The only difference is that the will was just outside. That's not new. Interesting that they choose to put the will out here when it's the outer room. Nothing different there. I don't think anything else is different. Oh, that's funny. Was that always at that time? 7:38-ish? Let me double check that. Where is... Here we are. I could have sworn I'd taken a picture of that. We got lost among one of the other areas. These things got moved over time. I hope I find it too. There's the deed. Where did the... I sworn that clock was already pictured. Those are the letters. Books. Let me put on a little bit of music. Why? You gotta be kidding me. Why is this not working? I tested this. Fine. There we go. Where is that? I know I took a picture of it. Great. Maybe it accidentally got deleted somewhere. Might have accidentally highlighted and written over it by accident. I know I took that picture. All right, fine. Oh, wait. This one's just moving. That's why. Huh. Silly me. So I guess that's it. It's a little disappointing. I had sort of hoped for more, but I guess if you haven't unlocked all 8 realms, that this can be a pretty big piece of information that you get via the monk instead. So a little disappointing, but so it goes. So the plan now is, first, we take the scepter, we select green. We acquire the watering can, and we empty it out quite quickly. Spare green room it is. That'll be a gem there. Really, no gem. There's almost always a gem there. Some sort of item. Can't remember the last time there wasn't an item in here. Well, this should be the conservatory. Correct. Oh, shovel. Love that. One coin. Ooh, throne room, actually. Just because it's a solid one with multiple doors, I kind of like it here, and I get the feeling we may need it again someday. And just being a tea room is very nice, so I don't mind that there. This, I like it unusual. Just started something original, started a little late today. Commonplace, I'm going to keep that there. Yes, that last upgrade disc. I have a sneaking suspicion it might be in the casino somewhere. Maybe I need to win it. That's fine. We'll go and go up here. Dining room or the nook? Let's take the dining room for here. Have that. Go over here. Courtyard. I don't know if I want to use that just yet because it takes another gem and I don't want to be out. So we're going to take the conference room here, which is nice because it has the branches. We'll actually go here and just reconnect. We just take that, go to 0 gems, potentially. That's the risky part. Or we could just take the bedroom. I don't like the corridor there. The courtyard should come with an item, presumably, but just going to 0 gems is a risky proposition. Let's take the bedroom here. Just be safe. Here. Security is not bad. bad. Because we don't have the key card. But then again, no. Let's just take the den. I want to go to 2 gems. There's such a level of comfort being at 2 gems instead of 1. Ooh, treasure trove is very tempting, actually. Good old permanent progress. Geist Room is kind of appealing just to have 2 dice in pocket. Boudoir gives us a gem of note, and we'd probably hold the apples there for the time being in case we can get an experiment going. So it's... do we get a note and go down 1 gem? Or play a bit more conservatively here? I'm gonna go with the treasure trove here. The permanent progress is really important, and we'll still have 1 and enough other outs to get gems back. Oh, note, actually, I'm not gonna take the chest here, being only at 1 key. But just knowing we have this here, waiting for us right by the entrance, is very nice. Courtyard here. No, parlor here. That's what we want. That's what we want. Yeah, that's true. Especially since we're not on a blessing anymore. There is only 1 true statement. Maybe. A box next to this box is true. If that is true, this must be false. Well, no, if that's true, no, that's a paradox then. So if this is true, that is false, and this must be true. A box next to this contains gems. Okay, so this tells us the gems can only be... Well, actually... I think this just has to be true, because there's no other direction to the gems. If this is true, that is false, but that cannot be. Therefore, this must be false. So, if this cannot be false, because one of these must be true. So, this is true, that is false, that is true. A box next to this contains gems, and yeah, because again, if that's false, like, there's nowhere else it can be. That's just a pretty simple one. Right? Good. Wow, we kind of roundabouted going from multiple statements to, like... I had to double check myself because it seemed too easy. Now we're feeling really good. Commissary is pretty solid. Just, we're flush with gold. Get some good items. I don't need another gem here. That's fine. Ooh. Just a bunch of very useful things. Come to think of it, I've never seen the watering can in the commissary. I think it really can only come from green rooms. And we'll just go up here. There's really no reason not to. Rake room or the nook here? Do we want the vanilla keys or the potential at a special key? Frankly, I think we just want vanilla keys here. Ooh. Smashy, smashy. What'd I win? Ooh, 3 more keys. Wow, a 5-key room. Don't mind if I do. All right. Terrace here feels really solid, actually. This just saves me gems for the rest of them. This becomes a dead end, which I don't like. I could take the boudoir, go to 4 gems, and, that, but I'd much rather just take the terrace here, go out and around and draft here and know that I'm not going to need to worry about gems. That's just quite fine. Okay, so actually we just got here at a good time. And an orange, which basically covers the little trek back over here. Actually, with this many keys, I'm fine with this. The next 4 boxes marked by moons contain false statements, and this is a blue note, so we know it is true. All right, and this was blue, sun, blue. The next 4 boxes marked by moons contain false statements. And we know this is true. Neat. Very solid pickup there. We're just gonna go pick up an extra couple of steps from the bedroom. Actually, do I want to draft there first? No. Courtyard here is actually really nice because we know, because this gives us objectively more, and we can then draft from the dining room. Because this is the Magic the Gathering drafter hyper optimization person in me. This gives us 1 new room because we know that the dining room already exists here. This gives us 2. Therefore, this is more valuable right now. I know there is the consideration of power. I really don't need power. Smash. Did I win? Ooh! I don't know if I've ever seen that in a chest before. Neat. That would be useless. This gives us a gem. That's fine. About up here. Solarium. He is a dead end, which I don't love. Corridor at least lets us continue progressing. I don't think I've... Do I take this just for the odds of the watering can being in here? I might need to, because we have an opening here and an opening here. This is fine. Well, a little sad. Oh well. Pebbles. Really nothing in here. Actually, you know what? I want to draft a dining room, which I probably should have done earlier, for one very specific reason. Show me the veranda. No veranda. That's sad. We take the corridor here, just to make sure that we keep moving forward. Show me the veranda here? No. Well, that's quite mean. This is a dead end. Okay. Pity. Break room, because this gives us potential out. Because what we are hoping to see here, banana, is not a banana, but a keycard. Oh! That's new. Do I just ignore this? That's correct. I ignore that. Okay. Honestly, like, this makes things easier. You're taking away things I need to worry about? Don't mind if I do. And it's just 16 because this never happens. Neat. No key card. Alright, so... over and through again to boudoir. A little bit disappointing, a little bit worrying that we're only at 1 right now, but, you know, if we just have to redo the day, so be it. Veranda, veranda. By the way, for those who got here a little bit later, we had room 46 in the outer room from our last day of the monk, and saw that the will is already outside of the 8 realms. I'm going to call it the 8 realms vault. Opened up the 8 realms and saw that the will, the deed was outside the vault. The will is still in the vault. Nothing new is in the vault, so it doesn't seem like there's anything else there. That's just a benefit of if you have the blessing of the monk and haven't gotten the 8 realms done yet, you're able to pick up that piece of information a bit earlier than you otherwise might have. I'm going to save these in case we can get an experiment going. Cloister here is the play. Also, isn't it lovely to not have to pay those gems? There we go. Ooh, silver key. I got a rock. Old shoe. Well. Simon, buddy, how many times have we increased that lockpicking skill of yours? Huh? Excel Saga. Library here is pretty useful. Sorry, laboratory here, not library. Both these become dead ends. We don't have the key card, so this becomes sort of a dead end. I have a lot of stars. What do I have? What am I on now? The fact that it doesn't show you your stars when you're on here is so frustrating. I should have forgot to do that. But even so, this is probably just what we want. Plus, this lets us re-roll rooms. Actually, yeah, so this is better right now. 88. A very special number of stars there. Okay, so that's the inkwell, that's Clavis, that's the gems, that's the forge, diamonds minor, this is the sail. Well, that's very nice. Walking away with quite a bit here. So we now once again go to this, but now we have the ability to re-roll, so this actually, yeah, picking up the observatory here really was the play, because this makes this safe. I'm convinced lockpicking does absolutely nothing. And given this positioning, the silver key is the best option. Yuck. We'll take the vestibule and just be happy with it. How many green rooms do we have left? Because we have the veranda, which we know can only be on the side. One or two others. It has to appear, right? We just take the workshop. We just take the workshop. What can we make right now? Make the... No, not that, actually. Nothing right now. Oh well, no problem. We can't use that at the moment. Whatever. Ew, yuck. Do I just use Lost and Found here? Or do I just reroll here? What's the worst that can happen? The scepter. Losing the scepter here is really rough, but we still have the banner. So even if we lose that, not the end of the world, but honestly, I like all of our items right now. I don't know what I'd be looking for. We've gotten the disc from there, so that's not a problem. Maybe I just re-roll here. Kind of sucks to use the star that we just got, but I'm fine with that. We don't need more keys right now. And I, as always, just loathe the archives. Sure, I think we take that. Or the kennel actually does do a lot for us right now. I'm fine. You can tell me mechanically lockpicking odds and such. I assume the odds increase every time that your lockpicking skill increases, probably something like 8%. I'm going to take the kennel. I actually think that's really good here. Oh, turnip too. That's very nice. Patio. That's nice. Vestible's still there for when we need it. That's fine. Goodness. There's just no items here. Ridiculous. A skill every time it's successfully up or down respect. Neat. Well, we should get a bunch of rerolls on this. Only 2. Yikes. How many do we have for the Mechanarium? Be 1, 2 for the workshop. That's it. Could take the trunk here or just redraw. I kind of want to redraw. I don't mind the Ill-Aquarium here. Key. Yes, and there are now electric eels. Haha, very fun. Foyer can be... Oh no, that's just glowing for that. Hallways are now always unlocked. That is kind of nice. Jeez, though, we're just... That we've gotten 2, 4, 6, 7, sorry, 8 of the green rooms and no watering can is rough. In order for you to have a 100% chance, you need to have triggered lockpicking it 180 times, have the sound amplifier, and that is it. Wow. I don't mind the foyer here. Gift shop gives us a few more, actually, though. We have 8 keys. That would put us to 4 gems. Now let's take the gift shop. I don't think there's anything in here that we can buy anymore. I'm pretty sure we already bought it out. Yeah. Someday. Kidding me? We haven't even gotten the security room to do anything with that. I don't want to keep using stars right now. I'm going to throw the closed exhibit here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to the vestibule, actually the workshop and draft over there. Rough go of it today. It's such a strong setup. Why we just keep drawing dead. Oh, that's right, because we can't go in there. Crap. Oh. At least we got that one. Ooh, that's rough. Attic. Can that appear in the attic? I would assume not. But even if it's not here, then we'll have a lot of other stuff to get. Coin purse. Yeah, true. I can just get the key card back. Ooh, that's a nice key there. Not so much there. Whatever, that's fine. Okay. Yikes, we're actually quickly running out of options because that's a security door, so we gift shop is the only out left. Oh, boo. Yeah. Yikes. Kidding? And just take the gymnasium here. I don't care about 2 steps. That's fine. If I take the diced room, maybe just take the kitchen. This gives us another out. What's left? Because I don't think we can even get the veranda anymore. Or the veranda has to be north or south on the side. And we've just drawn dead on that, and that's kind of what we need to trigger. Because getting that early would have been great, because that gives us more items and more likelihood. The fact that I'm almost worried that I missed the watering can somewhere. Because there was no item in the spare green room, which I don't know if has ever happened. I just take... Kind of want the Geist, honestly. Just for the rerolls. I feel like that's a bit more important right now. Right. Come on. Take the secret passage and just pull green. Might be what I need to do, actually. Yikes. Other option is to just redraw. I'm trying to remember what green rooms are left, actually, that are even possible to get on the not side. I don't know if there are any. Let's do this. That's so rough. Well, ballroom puts us to 2 regardless, I guess. I want to keep 1 dice. We only have 1 other gear, and if that goes in the wrong direction, we're kind of screwed. I'm going to take the ballroom. What a crap position for the chapel. Wow. But honestly, we don't even have the library today. This might just be a dead one. Whatever. Well, so I say. Guess we have to play to it. We take the secret garden here. Lock that there. That will let us then draft these at the very least. So, that's the one right there, connected to the library. And I need to spin our gears for a moment. It also means I'm not going to have much space to get the actual room I thought I needed. The other times, we were able to get the watering can in the first 10 rooms or so, empty it out, and then spend the rest of the day exploring. But the fact that we've gotten 8 green rooms and no watering can is just killing us. There's still the chance that we can get what we need, because I once I have the watering can, will change the scepter. Yeah. But also keep in mind, I went some good, 20 days without even seeing the coat check or whatever it was. Of course, no veranda. That would be silly. Drawing room here is fine because this at least gives me redraws and a gem. Finally. Show me a watering can. Ooh, 2 dice is nice. Watering can, watering can, watering can, watering can. There is no watering can. That is very sad. Fine, so we're looking for the green room. Or greenhouse, yes. Great, lovely. Watering can, please, please, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. Thank you! Of course, it might be too late at this point, but we will see how lucky we can get in our last couple of rooms. I'd set it to rare after having the issues with it. That's nice. I can put the handle there, but that's irrelevant right now. Hey, Dr. Rex, welcome on in. Hey, Raiders, I'm Jay. I'm the host of Vtuber Talk, and right now we're doing some blueprints. Had a quirky day here, and now I'm going to have 3 draws to get what I need, which is not a lot, but it could still be enough. Not that. Right, yeah, so that did still count. Yeah. Oh. Didn't. Okay, fine. Burn another couple steps then. Let me do that one there. There. Watering can is now empty. My new guess. And we're really forcing it now. This is my guess. Damn. It's like, okay, are they going to say still water is the toilet? That was my guess. I just keep thinking, all right, still water, we know the reservoir is filtered water. That and my assumption had been anything going through the pipes would therefore not be still water, because we know obviously the water through the kitchen is not. And I was thinking, all right, are they saying that in the toilet bowl that if it just sits there that it becomes still water, perhaps? I don't want to nudge because I feel like there's so few puzzles left in the game that I want to try and get these last ones myself. Because I think I'm smart enough that if you give me a nudge, I'm just going to say, oh, I know where it is now, and that's it. There's not. I don't think this is a puzzle where a nudge is possible. A really unhelpful nudge. Can you give a nudge in such a way where it is not going to put me on the path to the correct location, but perhaps keep me away from spending time on wrong paths or a wrong path? How to think about the puzzle, but you said that the puzzle solution involves the watering can. Just to make sure, because I think the answer would be no. Am I supposed to just have water in the can for a certain amount of time and it becomes still? No. Good. I'd have been kind of frustrated if that was it. I've seen the source. Which is interesting because yesterday I was told I hadn't seen the source. And there aren't many rooms different today. It was you or somebody else, something original. Seen the source. Oh, sorry. I was told I hadn't seen the source since I embarked upon the search for the source. I assume that I've seen most things in the game at this point, if not all the things in the game. Where have I not been in a long time? Locker room doesn't have water. Just to make sure, I'm making the base assumption that the pool cannot be the source because that's coming from the reservoir, from the pump room, and therefore it is not still water. That I hope it's not just saying, oh, it sits in the pool for an amount of time and now it becomes still water. Nearest source of still water in the tomb. Wait. Checking some notes. Got it. Large copper still. Okay, so we're looking for the trading post. Neat. I appreciate that Aladdin reference. He can be taught. Cool. Great. Awesome. We can end the day. Actually, no. I'll draft the antechamber because there's a chance I could get the... Well, would I just want the break room or 2 stars? Yes, I do recall you mentioning the word still. Would I just want the break room? I think that's still what I want, probably. Anything else? Like, maybe if there was the clock tower, how many smaller rooms do I have? It would just be the 2. Ooh, long trip over, but that's fine, so... Garden, chapel, ballroom, gym, gift shop. Whoopsies. Chapel. Gym. Gift shop. Aquarium, classroom, patio, kennel. Vestibule, oyster, boudoir, courtyard, conference. Wait. Yeah, conference site. Okay. Yeah. This way. Who wouldn't want to drink after solving some of these riddles? Yes. That's what initially made me think, oh, is he referring to the wine cellar or something? That the stuff in there, maybe? All of this is unnecessary. I suppose I could have potentially gone for the freezer, but whatever. Cool. We're going to call it there. If you have the basement key, you can use it in the vestibule to permanently unlock all doors for that day. What? I have never heard of that interaction, Sylvaxray. Okay, so how do we play this? I think the way we play this is we start the day on green, we then change the scepter to yellow and the banner to yellow, and hopefully then also have dice and stars and other things to re-roll if necessary for the trading post over there. There's no reason for us to get it immediately. Okay. The hunt for the can begins once again. Really, nothing in here again. Almost always something in here. Ew, yuck. Let's tie... Well, actually, the Geist isn't bad here. Can you trade for the can? No, you can not. But can you not? I cannot not. Sorry, Piglet. Geist. You know, it sort of creates an early dead end, which isn't awesome, but with so much other stuff that we can use, and conference room being a very easy one here. Courtyard's a little early. Let's take the den, get a gem. Ooh, yuck. Bedroom here is fine. I'm gonna take this. Ooh, that's nice to know. The aquarium early isn't terrible. We have 3 gems. That comes with a gem, but no, let's take this. That's fine. Ooh. Broken lever. Great room is basically all we really can do, because I'm not taking the archive. This... Back to math. 4. Ooh, that's a lot of X's. 5. 20. Oh, negative 20 squared. Whoa. But then it's divided by 20. Wait, that's not the same as square root. 20 times 20, just to make sure. Yeah, so 400 divided by 20 is still 20. Keys, please. Ooh, that created a dead end with the conference room. A little annoying, but fine. I actually want to go there next, actually. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. It's here, go there. Need enough green rooms to empty it in, trading post, and the library. A lot of stuff can go wrong. Yes, but we've gotten it multiple times now. Well, everything, or at the very least, I've gotten 3 factors of enough green rooms, emptying. Well, because getting enough and emptying is very easy. That's the easy part of having the green scepter, frankly. just enables so much here for us. That is just a free open, but let me just take the courtyard here. I don't want to use a redraw yet if I don't have to. Still have 1 gem. Don't love this. Nothing. Oyster we cannot afford. Parlor, though, is exactly what we need. Nothing over here. Only one box next to this box is false, and it contains gems. There is only one box next to this box, so if that is the case, if this is true, the gems are there, and this is false. The box next to this box is false, and it contains... oh, that's cute. That's so cute! Ha ha ha! Very elegant. So it would be true, true, false, and that white has the gems. The other option is if this is false, this is true. And therefore, that must also be true. Which cannot be the case, so it's in here. Yeah. Nice. Ooh, that's kind of messy. Ugh. Going to dead ends here. Maybe I do just redraw, as much as I don't like that. This is nice, but it gives us only 1 out. Well, actually, no, because we have the key card. Never mind. So, back over. And here. Here. Library is just where we want it, I guess. Yeah. We're just going to take that and be happy with it. Observatory gives us the redraws we need. Dovecote does stuff. Let's take the observatory here. That's quite fine. 88 again, we know exactly what this is. Bunch of great stuff. I guess we just take the Nook here. Yeah, that's fine. Right there. We take the closed exhibit. Everything else is just a dead end, and I don't want to use my dice yet. Library has a card catalog. Huh. Boudoir here is fine. Music room. It's actually pretty nice. Kind of want a silver key, but I'm not going to complain about that either. Cloister for free sounds dandy. Or we take the dining room. No, we take the cloister. It's actually amazing here. Drawing room here is fine. That just goes to the foundation. Is that here? Kennel when we don't have the shovel is a little bit rough. But it's also one of our best bets. I don't want the solarium right now. Let's go with this. There is a chance I could have the shovel. It does not. A little sad. Corridor here is fine. But do I want to... I actually want to wait. And use... drawing room here. I hope we can get the veranda. Perfect. Gem. Sure, we'll just take the secret garden here. That's okay. Not trying to be hyper optimal on getting crazy amounts of steps. We just want the rooms. And this gives us not only another green room, but lets us open the antechamber, which we are actually pretty close to, and means we can draft from there if necessary. Yeah, I think the greenhouse is probably our best bet at this point. Oh. Oh, wow. Both of them. Okay. Treasure trove. Kind of need to take it. Plus, we have 9 gems. What am I talking about? I can take that. That's easy. So many coins. So many coins. Do not mind the showroom. Pink flame. Pink flame. Green. And written red memos in blue boxes are always true. The last time we had a green handwritten memo in a pink box, it was false. Yeah, green memos in pink boxes are always false. Yeah. Yeah, and that was a blue note that said green memos in pink boxes are always false, so we know that is false. Easy. Going to get the corner here, though. Maybe the conservatory. I don't love using these last keys, but I kind of have to. Oh, conservatory, yeah. Oh, heat and an apple. Very nice. Tunnel. I'll go with unusual. It's not super awesome. Geist. Let's make you standard. I don't want quite as common. And this... I don't want to make it unusual, just a rarer dead end that I'm not usually looking for super often. Okay. Oh. I don't want to use that key yet. It's a little bit risky. We're gonna go... I want to get the food from the conference room now, or just go on the foundation and draft there. Actually, no, corridor, so we get to the right rank. We're at 45 steps, we're fine. Sea Garden, Trove, Foundation, Cloister. I mean, if it's free, which it is not, we do not have the shovel. Yeah. Through here. Patio. Ugh, I think I want the dining room, actually, because this gives us up and down. That cuts off 3, 6... It's a total of 7 rooms, which also dinner is already going to be served, so that's just lovely. And we already have the aquarium, so 30 steps for Simon. Please note, I need to double check. I think he ate the eyeball. I think there was an eyeball there. Patio here is very nice. There's the shovel. Let the dogs out. Yeah. Hallway here is great. Smash. Gems for our troubles. Not yet. Ooh. Actually, drawing room here is just really nice. Yeah. Perfect positioning and everything. Solarium here is fine. Yeah. Hmm? Oh. Turn up. That's a little disappointing. It's fine, though. Redraw. Rotunda here. We're at 11 gems. Getting that upstairs might be better. Actually, the servants' quarters, I think, is best for us here. No, because Hall of Mirrors, we only have one other inn with the hallway. We're blocked here, 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 so we'd only actually be able to get 2 inns, which is really limited. This would then give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys, which is a very powerful proposition. Oh, duplicate green rooms. I see what you're getting at, but I'm still fine with this. Yeah. Oh. Did I miss one of the keys? Oh, I did. Teehee. All right. So now we go... We still get the hallway. Now I'm quite fine using a key. That's not going to do much for us. Workshop. At least can have an item. It has a battery. We can make power shovel or power hammer. Don't think that necessarily counts, or we necessarily care. What do you get for the locksmith? We have keys already. I don't want to redraw yet. Let's take the workshop. Gives us outs with mechanarium. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. I'm gonna go up to the dining room. Draft there. Laboratory for experiment? Or the classroom for a chunk of rerolls? When do we even have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd rather have the experiment here, actually. And also increase the number of security doors. Experiment setup. Bathroom, shop. Bypass security, because we're about to increase that a lot. I think stars are what we want. I want stars. Staff services. Any announcements for me? No. So sad. Terminal access. Terminals. Security. Yes. Good old dial-up. Card system. Settings. Level. High. Confirm. Locked back. Cool, cool. That's all we needed. There was also... I was getting close to checking, all right, is there still water in here? Like, after a certain amount of time in a beaker, that it is distilled water. For where we are... Ew, that's gross. I want to use the rerolls here when we still have one out. That's fine. We'll just take that. Vestibule here is actually really nice. Maybe I reroll now to try and get the green room. Ugh. Classroom gives me a bunch of rerolls for the... Green room can still appear in the corner, right? Yeah, sorry, greenhouse, yeah. In that case, I take the classroom and just reroll a bunch there. Shit. The problem is I have so few items that the odds of getting the watering can are... Wow, after 2 days, it was like 3 days of getting the watering can really easily. And even with the veranda, we couldn't get it. That's so rough. Maybe I just abandon the day, take the mail room. Just the odds are so slim on Lost and Found. I don't like that. And we have so few things. That's so rough. I guess. I'm sort of taking the... If there's a 5% chance that the Lost and Found will give me what I want versus the 100% chance that tomorrow I start with some really good stuff. Yeah, true. Nope. Lost the shovel. Oh, look! My old friend. The useless stopwatch. Well, if I get the outdoor shed, then I can't get the still because that's in the trading post. Well, I can try and get the observatory here, I guess. Well, this gives me one more through here so I can draft here. At least try and get the constellation, I suppose. It's really all I can get now. Yeah. Sure. Oh, did I not get that? Damn it. Well, we get a star. Planetarium. Great. Ben Mora, the red stone. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain an apple. Well, got something. Well, that's frustrating. Where do we end? I think we still end in the break room. Frustrating day. We were doing so well and just, like, the kind of wild how we went from being able to just easily get the watering can to it being damn near impossible. And that you know, as soon as I discover, oh, I know where the still water is, that the game just says, hey, fuck you, buddy. Just go. Yeah. At the very least, now we're able to go pretty quickly. That these have both been very short days. Because we know where to go. Yeah. The other times when we had the can, we didn't get the code check, though. Okay. Womp womp. So it goes. Yeah. We'll just make that common next time we go to the conservatory. Should have remembered to do that. Oh well. 82. Kind of wild to think how many days it's been. Right, once again. So I maintained that the plan that we had previously was the efficient plan. We just got pretty unlucky, and that we are going to wait to try and get the trading post later when we have rerolls and other things. We're going to take the parlor because gems. I think I have the observatory as common. Thought I did. Longest word on a box. Box is the shortest word. A is the shortest word on a box. The words on the box with the gems does not contain gems. We know the top one is true. Yeah. Yep. I definitely recall that. That was very deliberate. We do not know if this is both or neither, but we know that this is at least partially true. So one of these two is entirely false. A is the shortest word on a box. This is false. Is longest. Shortest is longer than longest, so this is false. This is true. Gems are in a box. Word. This is partial because this is true. So they're in here. What? Shit. Damn, that's one of the only times that I've gotten that wrong. A is the shortest word on a box. Box is the shortest word. Oh, I'm dumb. I misread that. It was in here. That's annoying. Well, I just made today a lot harder for me. I'm going to take the gem here, actually. Yuck. We take the boudoir to get another gem. Utility closet's interesting here, actually. Why would we... Is it worth putting here? Or do we just take the keys? I think I'd take the dead end here. I have... Key card. That's fine. Just gonna go here. Spare green room is fine. Shovel is awesome. Treasure trove is still fine. We should just take the progress. back later when we have keys. Kind of wish there was a way to mass collect these, but whatever. It is kind of amusing to think of Simon just scooping and hoarding these into what must now be a very heavy bag. Conference room here is good. Ooh, I gave myself only one out. Yikes. Well, I have the key card. It's fine. Break room here is fine. Orange. 15. What the heck? What are you? ×2, maybe? God, I'm good. 4, 10, 14, -2 is 12. Veranda. Oh, beautiful. Chef's kiss. I don't like going to 1 gem. I do not care. Patio. Don't love that. Well, it gives us 3 gems just right away to the conference room. It's not the most efficient, but this just makes our life easier. Actually, maybe we just do this. I could Sam. No. No, I think taking the 3 gems here is actually the play. So, before doing this... Yeah. Yeah, that just makes things a lot more comfortable. Ooh. Oh, shouldn't have eaten that yet. Oh well. Tin can. Observatory becomes a dead end. That's really rough. Close exhibit allows us to keep going. Or we could just take the foundation there. No, I think we take the closed exhibit here. Rough start. But hey, you know, maybe I'd rather just get a dead day quick. Commissary here is actually pretty nice. Have a chance to buy more gems, and goodness knows we have enough money for whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's still fine. There was a chest in here. Amazing! Oh, baby. What a beautiful chest. Aquarium is awesome. Ooh. And a key. Cloister is a little bit rough there. I think I'd rather have the hallway here. Oh boy. Coins. Kennel is actually really nice. It just ends up representing a ton of keys. Oh boy. Fine. Very important matter of business there. Yeah, you just buy out the commissary. Ew, that's annoying. Need to take the kitchen here as much as I want the observatory because this just gives us so many more rooms and I don't like... Well, I guess we could just end with the foundation. We're at 3. Don't love it, though. No, that's fine. Ooh. Fair chess. Actually, that might have been a bad idea. Oh, well, too late. Oh, that's diamond, and that's slice. That's clavis. That's the sail. That's the apple. And that is that. Woof. I don't know if we've ever had 8 constellations before. Wowie. Okay. I just take the nook here. That's pretty solid, actually. Love that. All right, we're now in a very fine position, even if we end up bricking here, but we should be pretty solid. Love that. Cloister here is fine. Turnip. Very nice. Oh, I heard the beeping of this as it unlocked because that's there. Oh, right. Huh. Forgot we had that there. Do I want that? I mean, no real reason not to, right? Right? Can't even remember what it does. It lets me take one of the red rooms out of the pool, I think, is what it does. There we go. Oh, if there's not a red room, we redraw. Also useful for rehearsing museum burglary. Well, that's nice. Terrace here is pretty fine. You redraw it. Interesting. No, we take a terrace. Very nice, very nice. Gem. Doop-doo. Great Hall. Honestly, we have lockpick and other things. Let's do this. That's fine. Awesome. Ooh. It's kind of rough getting blocked from the foundation, but I still think that's the play. I'm going to go there. I see a chest. Go there in a minute. Ooh, nice. passage there is fine. Gonna finish up here first, though. Don't care as much about that. Ooh, lucky. Solarium here is eh. Well, because we already have that from the core yard, so maybe we just take the Geist room to get the dice. Yeah, I like that. All right. It's a fine pickup there. Anything for our troubles? No. Anything for our troubles? Oh, don't mind if I do. Turnip. Unfortunately, Joan is not around, so we can't invest in the stock market. 2 turnips. 3 keys. Oh, this is lovely. The chests have been so nice to us today. I'll say I don't mind security here. Rotunda here is actually really solid. Yeah. Draft the lower ones first. True, yeah. Vestibule here might just be the play. Don't love spending 2 more gems here. Maybe I do use the dice here, actually. Going to 3s. Well, no, because we know that we're not spending gems on, green rooms anyways. Actually, I'd rather have it somewhere else. Mechanarium, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, and then it'd be 4. So we would have 3 and then 1 free room. So Mechanarium here is fine. This should be the lever. That it is. Do we take the code check here just to have it so if we get the... No, let's do that. I like the dining room here, actually. Enjoy a lunch. That's annoying. Yuck. Yuck. Ugh. Play the odds. What's the worst that can happen? We lose the scepter, we have the banner. We just make sure to not come back here. I don't need to walk in. How is it that it's just dice? How is that possible? Don't tell me it counts 2 dice as 2 rare items. That can't be. Is there something on that table and I'm not seeing it? I think that's a key. But what we see here is that there is clearly no watering can. We just don't need to enter. Yeah, I think you look right there. I think that's the secret garden key. Right there on that table. Yeah, that's the secret garden key. That's fine. We just don't take it. Rumpus room is fine. But again, geez. Bedroom, fine. Puh. Gotta be kidding. That's ridiculous. That's why I took the kennel. There we go. Show me the can. I think we're doing it today. Yep, just need the library, which is now a lot easier. Because what we can do is change the scepter to blue. And then later we can use the banner on yellow. Or actually, with so many green rooms gone, maybe we don't even do that yet. We might not need to. We have steps for days. We're in no rush to use all the water. No worries. Worst case scenario, if we get blocked off here, we can go down, use the key card to get to the foundation, even though we don't have a direct access. This is fine. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Vestibule it is. Kind of crummy to have to use the last ones there. Yeah, if I really need them, then I will use them. I don't want to because I want to be able to get that last constellation, but whatever. Classroom here is actually pretty fine. Now, note, oh, I forgot to use the broken lever over there. I'm going to use that in a second. That's fine, because we have access to the other room via the foundation. Greenhouse. Use one of these here. Use that. That, which means we now have access there. Which is pretty awesome, because we have that one open because of the mechanarium. But also, we now have another shot here. Great. Love it. Love it. We redraw here. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't like this anyways. Well, there we go. So, next order of business. Love that. here. Just for funsies. Over here. That's fine. I mean, we're gonna get it today. Oh, true. I do like that. Actually, I guess so, because we have access to everything else via the Foundation security, so we don't need to do this. And this becomes in case of emergency. I'm going to leave that there for the time being, though. I have no incentive to do anything right now. So what we're going to do is go through here. We're going to have to take a long path. Use water. Then go here and start and try and burn as many shops as we can. Yeah. Just knows we have the steps for it. Yeah, so, Vestibule, Greenhouse, Dovecote, Bedroom, Rumpus, Mac Passage. Wait, not there, no. There's a greenhouse. Dovecote, Bedroom, Rumpus. Mech, Passage, all courtyard, yeah. It's not so much burning shops as seeing if we can get cool stuff with the showroom. Like that. Actually, we could double our gold. That'd be very silly. That'd be very silly. I probably, like, that seems so unnecessary. Yeah. That's fine. Moon Pendant is amazing. Ornate Compass is awesome. And we have enough for both anyways. Is there any reason to not just buy this out? Like, the one time that I would buy this out is the one time I'm going to do something real weird and the game's going to be like, oh, you need gold for the things. For something I don't know of yet. But I'm going to gamble that's not the case. And I kind of want to wait now. Just in case this leads me to a new clue where I need a different room, that I have 4 rooms left and a lot of control over things. Yeah, Cloister will be the last of it. Awesome. Aquarium Commissary. Quite possibly. We will see. Oh, right. Is there a way? No, because we're locked out of there. Damn it. What I should have done is I should have rotated the rotunda there. Whatever, we have steps for days. And the shoes, right? Yeah. We're fine. Papa. Not even clicking on that. Gear wrench. We got it. I have 8 gems. This is worth it. We're done. What a lovely day. Music. Rock. Where can we use this? Where's the easiest place? Because security's there. We need to do that anyways on our way up. That's fine. Yeah. Now, this is an auspicious one. This is the last disc. No, do not use the water here, Jay. Don't you dare. Oyster, Yard, security. Wrong way. Yeah. And I wonder. I get the feeling that the order of all of the upgrades has been random. Just, it's the pool of different upgrades, and that the location that you get an upgrade disc from is not going to be relevant to the room that you get to choose to upgrade. But I would not be surprised if this last one is predetermined and something special. What? We already upgraded that, though. Well, no, this is special in a way that it's the first time that we've been able to upgrade an upgraded room. Because it used to be just the spare room. Oh my. Ooh. Powerful options. Ooh. I think I like the spare veranda. Just having more items is just usually going to be a really powerful option. You know, spare terrace is kind of nice because getting that effect without incurring a dead end is pretty cool. Oh, her ladyship's spare bedroom. Ha! What do you all think on this one? This is a much more interesting choice than a lot of the others. Some of these I've said snap pick or, one of these three is clearly inferior than the rest. I think all three of these are very viable and interesting. My instinct is the veranda, but I'm just not confident in that. Spare terrace is really only relevant if you're really going for the green rooms, but because then it just makes green rooms so appealing in general, because it makes them all free. Yeah, and not getting a dead end there, because the patio is also a dead end. No. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah. The difference is all of these have limited spawn, whereas spare can be in the middle of the house. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cool. Neat. All right, back to business. I have enough steps, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Here. Passage mech. Two back there. Here. And here we go. A hidden hue. From prison pristine, three paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. What is this? Also, the fact that we have the magnifying glass today is very nice. A hidden hue. From Prism Pristine. The Prism Key. 3 paths convene. 3 other rooms leading to the room that you were unlocking with the prism key. 3 lines of light. Could this be asking that it's powered rooms? 3 shades for seen. 3 shades for seen. So that's probably... a sum of 18. So but the one left hidden remains to be seen. Is that those dots? Is that showing the... Oh, is that the foundation? It is. That's neat. Tended rose vine. Ah, does it never end? My dearest, darling son, I'm quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. Yet, if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured, the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rosemary. Rosewary. For the thorns, we discover, are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. Thorns, we discover, my gosh. Stay vigilant and rosewary. Why rosewary? Wary of the color red. I see. What a creative term to slight at Veneres. I like that. One final counsel I leave you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Orave. West Spring Secret Passage. Need to double check something. First, let me... Tended rose vine. Tended rose vine. That... 1 second. Tended rose vine. Yeah. Tended rose vine is an anagram for does it never end. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I figured that, oh, really? Yeah, it's also an anagram denoted in bursts. Yes, I did. I mentioned that at the beginning of last stream. So, oh yes, the other reason that I meant to go there because West Spring reminds me of something. Where have I seen that before? Is that what I think it is? Was it? No, that's different. Where was this? There. West Spring. Secret passages. The waters of the West Spring? But what is the West Spring? The I get it. I get it. I get the answer here. Ha 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 ha. Okay. New orders of business. Is there a third book up there? I don't think so. No. This is the... Is there a third place to use the third set of drops, or are these the only books? I will rephrase that, actually. Direct question. Is there a third place in this library to use the last drops in the watering can? No. Plan is we use the blessing of the monk, so we need to get the shrine again, and then we end the day in a secret passage because that puts it at the West Spring, because the West Spring is the lake. So the secret passage as the outer room would have something new for us. That's the next step. Oh, it's only 1 o'clock. I got plenty of time. Then what do I do in the secret passage? Well, first off, I go into the secret passage and see if there's simply a new book that hasn't been there before. If there's not the obvious, oh, secret passage has a book that is not there before, then it's probably something with this. I'm seeing 3 hours and being 3 lines of light. 18 on left hidden. Remains 1 left hidden. Hidden passage. Some of 18. There's 3 paths, 3 lights, 3 shades, 3 colors. Is 12, not 18. Prism pristine, 3 paths convene. Three lines of light, 3 shades seen. 3 colors to count. Count? I'm count. There is no black book in the secret passage. Mm. Three paths. 3 shades for seen. Three colors to count. A sum of 18. Sum of 18. One lesson remains to be seen. That makes sense because black light hidden, as we saw. Three paths convene. Three shades for seeing 3 colors to count is throwing me off. Okay. Hmm. I want to make sure there's nothing else hidden here. Kind of worried about thorns. Hmm. I think the first thing to do is to just get it. Wait. If I check... If I check the... This is a direct question because this is an important mechanic thing for my planning. If I check the watering can with still water in it, when I acquire it, does it contain still water? That's interesting. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Very interesting. God, that bypasses so much. That almost feels like cheating. Holy cow. I have to assume that's not required to beat the game. And that if I were to need it again, that it would just be, you know, the slight headache that we had here. Wow. Oof. Big stuff. All right, you gosh darn. Get in here. This doesn't mean I like you, Compass. Bedroom. Are there any situations where it would be required? Are you talking about the watering can or the compass? Oh, yeah. I'm assuming if I ever need to get still water again, that whatever I would need to get it with would not be requiring the another outer room, because this, since the trading post is required, means that. So what we're doing here is what we're doing is we are trading away everything except the master key and the ornate compass. Ooh, wait, no. The moon pendant can keep itself, can't it? Is the ornate compass or the master key more valuable? I think what I do is that I trade everything away except the moon compass and one item. I think the master key is just more valuable. And compass is pretty powerful, just being able to rotate, but the first 3 floor plans. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, boo. What the? We go. We're just going to end up with a lot of gems. Actually, I could do something really silly. I can go back up here with my 10 dice and try and get the freezer. That's what I'm thinking. Someone original. I can go for the freezer and then end the day with 22 gems and a master key. That would be very silly. We keep the ornate compass for the moment, because we want to be able to get this to potentially draft there. No, we shouldn't need that. No. We have 33 steps. Well, no, because we don't need that many, because we're about to just walk up. We keep this just in case. That's fine. Let's get silly. Also, I'm now very glad that I used that last 60 coins to buy that emerald bracelet. So I guess the plan is we are... Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, we're not doing that. Oh, well. Completely forgot about that. That was... like... It could still make it. Be tough. Can't believe I forgot that. I cannot believe I forgot that. That was so dumb. Oof. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I can still make it. There'd be a certain number of things. And even if I just end the day in the freezer, we don't care. Why would we want to end the day there in the secret passage? We don't have the blessing of the monk. Yeah. All good. Well, we do have enough steps, so we still do the silly. Through here and here. We get a couple of running shoe steps anyways, and this is also that, right? Yes, it is. It is fine. Cloister Great Courtyard Security Showroom. Cloister. Ugh. Not there. Great. Courtyard. Security. Showroom. Master key. I think we just take this and then get to redraw in a lot of places. And if we somehow don't get with our 10 dice, we get 2 extras because of this one. So this actually gives us the most outs. Yeah. And we draft here first, because if we don't get the freezer, then on the last one we can connect to here to get one more shot over there as well. Looking for the freezer. No reason to do that now. And no. And no. And no. And no, we have the master key. We don't need that. Very sad. Ha-ha! The silliness pays off. The satisfying crunch of ice. I mean, I guess we could go up here and draft and see if we get a tomorrow room. Don't mind if I do. Cool. Great. Tomorrow's gonna be fancy. Room security, courtyard, great. Oyster. Aquarium, commissary, close, at a random break. Yeah. And there we go. You can get yourself some shaved ice or another sweet treat of your own choosing right after this, because I am going to take a quick break, but I'm still feeling pretty good. My sleep schedule is already completely messed up, so I've got at least one more day in me to at least set up the shrine into the secret passage. Yeah. Cool. No. I still need to get rid of the rest of the items. Oof. Almost whiffed that. Holy cow. And allowance. There we go. Uh-oh. I sure hope that Moon Pendant doesn't, like, if Moon Pendant keeps Royal Scepter, I'm gonna be really angry. Like, if it let me keep the paper crown, I'd at least forgive that, because you have to go through a process to get it. But if it says, oh, here's your Royal Scepter, that's gonna be in the entryway every time, I'd be really upset. Email. There should be... Do I have it there? Do I have it in the Twitch panels? If it's not on the Twitch panels, it's on the Twitter page. And it should be on the Blue Sky page. Whew. 3 steps left. We made it. When the time comes, how ominous. Well, that is a day of all time in Blue Prince. Guarding shopping center of tomorrow. Oh, I like that it has the clock up here. Interesting that it has the clock when I didn't even get the clock tower that day. I'm gonna take just a couple minutes for a quick break, but we will be right back, folks. All right. On to day 83. So pretty simple objectives here. Want to get, obviously, the shrine. What we're going to do is wait until we have some dice, just so we don't hit the 25% unlucky odds of not getting the shrine. Past that, the only other objective then is to get the secret passage, I guess. I mean, what do we want to do with 24 gems? Plus a compass, a sleeping mask, 26 gems. Apologies. Wait a minute. Compass, my beloved. You're not supposed to be here. I have half a mind to not take it. Also, because we could set this up pretty easily, because what we could do is... Oh, yes. If anything, I feel like I wish I had more to do on this day with so many resources, because I can think of ways to make this happen in 10 minutes if I wanted. I pick up the scepter, I set it to orange, I immediately just start tearing through things, and assumingly, because there's only so many halls to get, that we will end up at the secret passage in relatively short order. Once we have that, that end, like, a dice or the observatory. We go out and we get the shrine, return to the secret passage, and just end the day. The thing that kind of sucks is that's not... I have the master key and 26 gems. I want to do something better with them. Yeah, that's the idea. There's really nothing else that I know of right now. Because the hidden hue thing, there's too many pieces I'm not sure of yet, and that I'm moderately confident that I might get more information once I get the secret passage in the outer room. Yeah, there's just nothing to do with them. All right. So, yeah, that's the plan. Gosh, having the scepter is powerful. Yoink. Wait. What? Oh. We did keep the paper crown. So we kept the master key and the paper crown instead of the master key and the moon pendant. Huh. So it can keep the crown. Neat. Yeah, we have the key card from that. Hallway here, I want to start getting those just out of the pool to coax out the secret passage. Plus, it's not like we need gems from the parlor today. The break room's kind of nice, but so is commissary here. Let's take the commissary for starters. Show me a hammer. Oh boy, just what I need today. Gems. I mean, like, legitimately at this point, I'd rather keep a couple of coins in case we stumble across the showroom or something. What a weird feeling. East Wing Hall seems fine here. I really... Oh, actually, then I'm going to spare terrace. Just having that. Just to enable. Plus, it's kind of free. It makes the other thing. Yeah, let's just do that. Plus, we get to now see our new pretty terrace. Oh, ha! Oh? Oh, that's neat. Little paintbrush. Very nice, very pretty. And a gem. Secret tunnel through the mansion. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. By the way, hot take here. If you have not seen the live-action Avatar, watch it. It is incredible. And season 2 is... I'm, like, blown away by it. I enjoyed season 1. I enjoyed season 1 of the live-action Avatar. Season 2 is so impressive. Season 2 came out... So actually, I'm not sure what you're talking about. There's no Avatar movie. There's going to be an animated movie later this year. But there is no War in Ba Sing Se, and there is no live-action movie in my mind. I am talking about the live-action Netflix series. Great Hall is fine. No, we have no keys, actually. Take the courtyard here. But the series is really, really good. And all that I tell people, go in looking for the best adaptation you've... I have Master Key. That's right. Thank you. Go in expecting the best adaptation you've ever seen. Keyword, adaptation. They are not trying to entirely replicate the original series. The analogy I use is if the original Avatar: The Last Airbender animated series is a perfect glass pane. It is an incredible work of art. It is such a masterpiece of storytelling and animation. What the live action does is it takes a hammer to this glass pane and shatters it. It then rearranges these shards of glass into another perfect square. It fits. Somehow it all fits. But that piece, that shard that was originally in the lower left-hand corner is now sort of top center, and something from the left side is now on the right, and it's all rearranged. But it fits. And that's what's so cool about it. There are characters and events and bits of information that in the original series occur in book 3 that happen in book 1. But the way that it happens makes sense. That you see, oh, no, it makes sense that that character would be there and not there potentially. And that they would have this interaction, which they couldn't have had prior because they're now in this other locale. And that, oh, instead of them learning about this through this, they learn about this through that. Well, it makes sense that this other party would have this information. It's so cool to see all the ways that they have been able to retell the story while it still feels entirely faithful. I tune into each episode not knowing what's going to happen, and that's the fun of it. Because if I wanted to watch the original, I just watch the original because I know what happens in the original. And if for fanfic, non-bending learns one truth in Avatar that history blotted. Ooh, interesting. Anyways, that's my rant. Go watch live action Avatar. Old shoe. Turn up. Aquarium's fine. Oh, that's right. It is powered. Neat. Isn't that relevant? Right, it can mess with the scepter effect. Three paths convene 3 lines of light. 3 shades foreseen. 3 colors to count. Sum of 18. Key. I don't want to just redraw that. Ooh. Oh, well, that's redundant. Because I have master key. Silly me. Great Hall it is. Honestly, vestibule here is just fine. Yeah. We'll get back to that in a minute. There we go. Now this should just be nothing. Right, yes. Oh boy, keys. All right, and up there. I mean, might as well just get that out of the pool. But first I'm gonna go back down and get the passageway. That means it's just on. Right? Damn it. I thought that made it just on. Okay. Ooh. No. No, I'm not doing that. That's a bad idea right now. Office it is. Got it. We can just use it now. It doesn't matter. Right. Just trying to think, is there anything... Why? Something that I'm thinking about. Why is the grid here? Why is the grid here? What does this have to do with this? Is it just general symbology? But can't imagine that this blot here has to do with anything. There's sort of that over there, but wasn't really anything. It was just sort of a blot shape. Three shades foreseen. Count a sum of 18. It remains to be seen. Three colors to count. So I'm getting use a prism key on a space. So if I'm coming from here, I need a locked door here with these 3 rooms all having power and being different colors. None of them black. Because that's the 3 shades we're seeing, but what are the 3 colors to count? Sum of 18. Gosh, I hope I'm wrong about the 3 lines of light being 3 powered rooms, because getting that here, getting 3 powered rooms in this arrangement would be nightmarish. Would make the fact that we've gotten the electric eel aquarium a lot better, but still, yikes. Leave it for now. Take the passage. Yeah. Just, we have that. That's one of the major things here. The piece that we still don't have are dice. Well, now, actually, that we have this, we change it to blue so we can try and get really, observatory or anything. That's fine. I could play for... No, because I don't have the trading post today, so our odds are just going to be crap anyways. For a moment, I was considering trying to get the showroom to get the moon pendant again, but without the trading post, it's just not as valuable. Yeah. So right now, we're just looking for some dice. Well, there we go. Because the other thing, actually, would have been to select purple to try and get the Geist room. Because that would just give us 2 right there, but this is still fine. Well, yeah. I don't want to just take the attic. We still have 4 out. We have tons of outs. Every single column here is open. We have the key card. This doesn't matter. Show me dice. That's not dice. A lot of keys. On a day that I don't need keys. Whatever. I didn't take the compass. So what I want to do actually is draft from here. Ooh, mailroom is just really nice. That's fine. Kennel kind of useless today. Ballroom is terrible. Let's redraw. We have only one gear, so that'd be 2, which is pretty bad, but it's kind of our only option right now. And it gives us 1 out. That's fine. Actually, and that was the best possible positioning. But I'm going to go to the vestibule and the conference room. Draw. Well, that gives us just all of the redraws, actually. That just does it. That's 8 dice. Yeah. Easy. Oh, and a key. I don't know if I've ever found a key in here before, actually. All... All right. Well, may just be a short day, but that's how it goes. All according to Keikaku. Whoop, wait. Wait, I did change this, right? Yeah, it's already blue. Great. Awesome. And we just get it for free. But always play to the outs. What's the amount to make it so it's more than 3 days? We just have a crap ton of gold. We can just stack it in. $65. Wow. Well, wait, 77. Lucky sevens. Oh, 65 is for Dancer. Oh my god, that would have been awful. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Solid. And it's just the question of, now take it all back. The question is, do I do one more day or leave in suspense of the secret passage next time? I think leave in suspense because it is starting to get late. I do not know how much will be required for the next one. Hear you out. And then just end the day there. So there's a lot to do. That's true. Go look then Alt F4. Huh. I don't even know how the game reacts when you Alt F4. How does it handle that? Current day on never happened. Does it reset you to the start of that day, or does it reset you to the start of the next day, or does it see a day happen and then go to the next one? Like you never started the day. That feels out of spirit. I don't think I'm going to do that. Interesting to know that's how it handles a closed, though. I think I'm going to leave myself and you all in suspense, as I am starting to get a little tired, but this sets us up really nicely. And I do plan on streaming again tomorrow and probably on Thursday. Copious use of Alt F4. How far did she get into the game? Because I'm guessing she didn't get this far because... Really? She played all the way through? How many did that take? Oh, with a lot of backseating. So even so, this is still a long game. How many streams was that? I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of that. I bet she had some really great reactions. Incredible luck on some days. A bit of streamer luck never hurt. But definitely going to be streaming tomorrow and Thursday because on Friday I am going to visit family for a week. So I want to potentially beat the game or get as far as I can in the next 2 days because then I'm going to be away for about a week and a half. And that I'm just going to be thinking about whatever I haven't done. Yeah. But I am at the point of yawning, so this is gonna be it. But hey, very efficient day. Got what we need to do. And for these 3 days that we had in game, pretty solid that we were able to get the still. I'm proud that I finally had that epiphany moment of, oh, wait, that's where it is. What was the nudge that you were going to give me for the still? Yeah, I know. Summer's busy for me. Word puzzle and a hide-and-seek puzzle. Yeah. For what it's worth, that wouldn't have really helped me. So. And I understand now what that means. Of just, yeah. Cool. Thank you all, as always. So we're in the secret passage. We're gonna find you all a place to go from here. How about... who is up? Let's go to... Let's... so many good options is the problem. Let's go to... let's go to Captain Cube. Let's go to Captain Cube. Yeah. Captain Cube is playing Rockman.exe. Operate Shooting Star. Oh, it's a Battle Network game. Nice, even better. Love Battle Network. Yes, renowned woman enjoyer, Captain Cube. Yes, indeed. So, we'll go with, like, I always default to blueprints, because, like, every time I want to make a fun and witty raid message, it's like, well, no, that's a spoiler, and that I don't want to spoil someone who might want to play the game. Yeah, we'll go with Does It Never End. Because that's not spoiler territory, really. That's a broad enough thing. So thank you all as always. Have a great rest of your day-night time zone. I'll be back tomorrow for maybe the last one. Who knows? We'll figure it out. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.